Welcome back. We're so glad to have you back for our final session today on this Valentine's Day. And we're glad to have somebody in red that shows Valentine. That's what it's all about. So this is Sandy Jennings. Sandy, I've known her for a long time. We used to work together in other areas around the town. And she's here today to talk about Medicare and some very important information for you. So again, keep that paper and those pens and pencils handy so you can take down some invaluable information. Sandy, I just want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you with us today. And already you've talked about some information, things that I'm just not that familiar with. So I know we're going to be talking about Medicare, and why are we talking about Medicare?
Well, Medicare open enrollment, of course, is over with until the end of the year, but the extra help with our prescription drugs is what I've been concerned with, because prescriptions are just going out the door here, and they're charging so much. The pharmaceutical companies are charging so much to our beneficiaries, disabled. And I'm a volunteer helping out with Medicare, and to try and get people that need help paying for their Part D premiums or their Part B premiums through our Social Security system, and their prescriptions.
Now, when you say Part B premiums, the Part B is what pays for?
Doctors.
Pays doctors.
Yes.
Okay, and how do we contribute to that?
Well, it's taken out of our Social Security. It's something that's mandated that the government set up years ago, that we have to have Part B with our Part A, with our Medicare. And they take out a certain premium every month to pay for that, to pay for our doctors. And I do applications to help with that. It's all income-based to help pay for that, where the state can pick up a tab for that in most cases. And also our Part D, our prescription drug plans. That's also, if you don't have an Advantage plan, that we can help out with paying for the prescription drugs.
And if you get help with that, where would you get your prescriptions?
You can get your prescriptions anywhere, at the pharmacy, or, that's mainly where they come from. When you go down to the pharmacy, Walmart or Smith's or somewhere, and pick up your prescriptions. And all you do is, if you have the extra help, you're in the computer. All you do is give them your name when you pick up your prescriptions, and they either charge you $1 or $6, whichever, rather than $50 or $100.
Oh.
Because of our prescriptions are going our pharmaceutical companies are killing us with the prescription costs. It's just insane, and we've got to do something about it.
Now, you say it's income-based. Can anybody out here get help with this?
Yes, like I said, it's income-based, though. The benchmarks, you only can make a certain amount of money with our benchmarks in order to qualify for the extra help.
Now, is this only for people that are already receiving Social Security?
Yes and no. If they're on Medicare or they're disabled, are usually either getting Social Security or on Medicare, yes.
Okay. So that's the audience we're talking about right now.
Yes.
So again, I know we have some information on the screen right now, so you can contact Sandy if you or somebody you know falls into this situation.
Yes.
And we all know how expensive medicines are. And I know some things that I've heard where some of our seniors have had to decide between their medicines or food. And we don't want them to have to make those decisions. No,
you're absolutely right. It's true, yes. And like I said, I am a volunteer. I don't get paid for this. I do not charge anybody for this. I'm here to help or guide them in any direction they need to help pay for this stuff.
You know, I mentioned earlier how long I've known Sandy. And just like I said about Ginger, here's somebody that's been working in our community doing a lot of things. And every time I hear Sandy's name mentioned by anyone, it's always something positive that Sandy is doing. And again, as a volunteer, invaluable. So Sandy, I just want to thank you for all that you do for our community.
Thank you very much.
You want to tell us more about the program and how it's helping our seniors and other people that qualify for this assistance?
Well, it's mainly that if you give me a call, I can meet you in a public place, of course. I'm not allowed to come to your house because of our HIPAA law. But, and I can look at my benchmark chart to see if you qualify. If you do, I can meet with you. I ask for several pieces of paper, Social Security statement, different things. We make out an application, we send it into the state, and then they get a letter tell them, yes, they qualify, no, they don't qualify.
Okay.
And it goes from there. And then it saves them some money because this year for Medicare Part B premium, it's $134 a month coming out of your Social Security.
Oh.
That's a lot of money. It went from $104.90 to $134.
Okay.
And of course, if you have to pay for prescriptions, again, if you have to pay $50 to $100, I know people are paying $600 a month for their prescriptions, and it's just incredible. Again, you were saying, determine whether you want to have groceries in the house or pay for your prescriptions.
Wow.
So, like again, if you qualify, I can help you with that and bring that cost down to $1 to $6.
Bring it down to $1 or $6.
Prescription, yes, I know. Yes.
That's a big difference.
It is quite a difference, yes, it is. I mean, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen in the coming years on how prescriptions are going to cost us. And at one time in our life, we're going to need to have something that we have to take, unfortunately. But if we can help out in any way whatsoever, that's what I'm here for.
And we have a lot of pharmacies around town and throughout Nye County. So this can be used anywhere by people who meet these qualifications.
Yes, absolutely. Their name will be in the computer, and all they do is go up there and say, I'm here for my prescription, and then they'll... In some cases, the prescriptions will be $0 in some cases, or $1. Yes, because the government needs to get $1. So. Okay. Gee. But yes, I can help you with that. Just give me a call. I'll meet with you, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Want to give us that phone number again?
619-244-5601.
If you have any questions at all, call Sandy and ask the questions. And like she says, she can meet you as long as it's not at your home. There are federal laws that prevent her from being able to do that. So as long as she meets you in a public place, then we can take care of this. How many clients have you, I'm going to say, in the last 6 months?
In the last 6 months? Well, I've been doing this since 2006. So in the last 6 months, I probably have seen maybe 20, 25 clients for one reason or another. But I also can contact Social Security with them or any other benefits that we can possibly help them with. It's not just with the prescriptions or with the Medicare. I get a lot of calls asking me different questions, and I can guide them to what resource that someone can help them out with. Or I spend a lot of time on the phone with people with Social Security asking the questions. They've got my number there, and they know who I am, and it's like, okay, now what do you want? I want to help this person. Tell me what we need to do.
Oh, gee. Then this is great. All the resources that we have in town of Pahrump, the county of Nye, and the volunteerism that we have here, the spirit of helping each other, I think is just phenomenal. And when I meet people like Ginger or Sandy, and there's so many others of you out there as well that are volunteering to help each other, I think it's fantastic. When I talked to Sandy about coming on the show today and what she wanted to talk about, I knew that we had to have her on. So I want you to be sure that you contact her if you have any questions. You have the number. It's on the screen again. I want to give it again, Sandy?
619-244-5601.
And your title again is what?
I'm a Medicare counselor.
Medicare counselor.
Yes.
Okay, so anybody on Medicare or...
Disabled.
Okay. You call her, and if you're running into any problems with anything, call her and just ask, what about this or what about that? I'm sure she wouldn't mind talking to you to let you know it's an area where she can help or she can't. And might be able to refer you to somebody else. And not only for you, but maybe a friend, to provide this information for a friend. And I'm going to say that because I had a friend that contacted me, and I gave them Sandy's number, and it was like, hallelujah, thank you. And so they contacted Sandy, and now everything is okay. And those are the positive comments that I got back from people about Sandy. So I'm hoping you'll mention that you saw Sandy on my show and she was able to help you. Tell other people about this. We need more people to know. If you don't know, that's what we call ignorance, just not knowing. And once you know, you're no longer ignorant in that area. So, hey, be informed. Being informed is so important. Sandy, what else do you have that we haven't covered so far, or something that needs repeating?
Not that I'm aware of, Tom. Just that, like I said, if I don't sell anything, I don't accept money. I can't accept any monetary or anything. I'm just here to help.
Okay.
It's a free service, and just give me a call if you have any questions. No question is silly. Just give me the question, and I'll answer you and direct you if I can help.
Okay. We have a volunteer, and she's here to help. We already know that. We've discussed that. She is a Medicare counselor, and she's here to do something for all of us. Sandy, how long have you been in our community?
10 years, 2006.
10 years. Mm-hmm. And in the 10 years that you've been here, how long have you been volunteering?
Since 2006, almost immediate, yes.
Okay.
I came here retired, and I wanted something to do, and I walked in the Nye Community Coalition, and they said, "Oh, I got something for you," and I went from there.
We have so many wonderful people in our community. That's what makes Pahrump and all of Nye County such a wonderful place to live. I am so glad to have met Sandy. I know you'll feel exactly the same way when you get a chance to meet her. If you haven't met her yet, do so. You've got the phone number, 619-244-5601. You also had, is there any other way of getting in touch with you?
That's pretty much my number, yes.
Okay.
Now, of course, everyone in town has my number, so you can contact the Nye Community Coalition, the Senior Center, the library, and mention my name, and they'll give you my number.
Okay. On this Valentine's Day, we want to thank you for being here. We want to thank you for being on the show, and thank you for all that you do in our community. Don't forget, Sandy's here to help. She's here to help you. She's here to help me. She's here to help your friends. So anybody you know that could use her help, don't hesitate to have them call Sandy. And Sandy, thanks again for being here.
Thank you very much, Tom.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.